Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz of ChicagolawLuxuryMakeUp. For today's Sunday morning get ready with me, we are doing a full face of Christian Louboutin. I did recently pick up the brand new foundation. So we're going to be trying that foundation out today and I'll let you know my thoughts. So if you're curious to see how I created this look and the products I used, keep watching. Good morning. I am so excited to film today's video. I am going to be using some brand new Christian Louboutin products. You guys, I picked up the new foundation. I cannot wait to try it out. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm not certain that the shade is going to work. We're going to open it and try it together. I picked up the foundation. I picked up a new eyeshadow palette. During my Black Friday haul, which I still need to edit and get up for you, I did pick up the new mascara, and then I do have some other Christian Louboutin products. So I'm going to try and create almost a whole entire full face of Christian Louboutin. I absolutely love the Christian Louboutin products. Love. I tried the powder last year. It is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I highly recommend the powder. So as soon as I saw that they were coming out with the liquid foundation, I was like, yes, 1,000 times yes. I'm going to pick it up and try it because that powder was so good. So that's what we're going to do today. I'll go ahead, get everything out, unbox it all for you, show you what we have, and we'll try out these new products. So here are all the new products. This is the mascara, this is the foundation, and the eyeshadow quad. Now, I did not get the case for the eyeshadow. I already have 2 cases, so I'll show you the cases. Down the road, maybe I'll get a case, but I do already have 2 cases. So at this point, I just picked up the refill. I'm going to start with the foundation. I picked up shade 25C Toasted Nude. I hope it's a good match, you guys. I really do. So first off, here is the bottle. It is stunning. Wow. This is so incredibly luxe. Wow. I love it. Love the packaging. I have really high expectations for this foundation. I hope it doesn't let me down. I really do. I'm going to start by pumping it and seeing if it's a good match. So there it is on the skin. There it is. It does look a little deep. Hopefully we can make it work. I really hope we can make it work. Now I did pick mine up at Nordstrom. I will definitely link it down below at Nordstrom. I believe it is also at other retailers such as Bergdorf's and possibly Neiman's, but wherever I can find it, I will have it linked down below for you just in case one retailer is out of a shade, maybe the other will have it. I'm going to start by priming my face. This is the Sicily Double Tint Serum. Anytime I try a new foundation, I always use the Sicily primer. That is kind of just like my standard base for all new foundations. Now I'm going to take 2 pumps of the foundation. I have no idea what the coverage is going to be. Obviously, this is brand new, so I don't know if I'll need a little or a lot. That is 2 pumps though. And there is the consistency. You can see that it's on the thicker side. It's not really running down my hand at all. So I'm going to pick it up and apply it with my BK Beauty 101. I definitely think it's a little bit too deep. There is a fragrance. Wow. There is a fragrance. I wasn't expecting that. So while I am blending this out, I'm going to go ahead and do a voiceover and tell you guys about this foundation.
This is a liquid foundation that slips effortlessly on, a light veil that brings breathable, buildable, perfectly flawless comfort and coverage. With up to 24-hour no transfer, comfortable wear, and luminous matte finish, this foundation unifies and illuminates with up to 24-hour breathable high coverage. This is a long-lasting, without drying texture that feels comfortable after application thanks to its immediate hydration.
Here is the foundation. It says that it's a luminous matte foundation. I'm not so certain about the luminous. I would say it's a soft matte. It's definitely matte though. So if you have very dry skin, I would ask for a sample first before you try it. Just because it is pretty matte. Or I would use a very hydrating primer, maybe something like the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base or the Victoria Beckham Moisturizing Primer. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a very moisturizing primer as well. But I do think that it looks very pretty on I don't see any patchiness. It's not like sticking to the skin, showing my texture. I think it is really, really pretty. Now, for reference, I am 45. I have combination to oily skin. The older I get, the more dry my skin is becoming. And I do think that the coverage is medium to full, which is what I prefer. So I do really, really like this foundation so far. I think it is very, very pretty. Now, I am going to be wearing this foundation all day, so I will definitely leave a pinned comment down below and let you guys know how it wore throughout the day and if I thought that it lasted all day. So in full transparency, I am filming this before Sunday. We are going to be out of town on Sunday. I'm going to be in Kansas City. I'd like to say that I'm going to be there for the Chiefs game, but we already had plans to be there this weekend. It just so happens that the Chiefs are playing in the Super Bowl. So big day for us, but because I am filming this prior to us leaving, I will have a chance to wear this foundation all day and let you guys know how it wears. I'm going to go in with my La Prairie concealer today. Now this obviously is much, much lighter than the foundation and my skin. So this is going to work and be more of a brightening concealer for me today. But the La Prairie concealer is very, very hydrating. And I thought with a more matte foundation that a hydrating concealer would be best. Now I've had the foundation on for a few minutes. I can still smell that fragrance. So if you are someone who completely does not like fragrance, I just wanted to let you know that there is a fragrance and I can still smell it. Now I'm going to go in with the Christian Louboutin powder. This is definitely not new to me. I've used this several times on my channel. You do have to buy the component, the case, separate than the powder itself. But I just want to show you this case. It is absolutely beautiful. And here is the powder itself. I have shade 15 NC Fair Nude. This is a beautiful, beautiful powder. It's not overly mattifying, so it doesn't dry my skin out. I think it sets the foundation that I'm wearing very, very nicely and leaves my skin, honestly, looking flawless. I am someone who prefers a loose powder. I find that loose powders just set the makeup better for me and look better on my skin. I think most of it has to do with, I find pressed powders to be a little bit more drying and more mattifying, but this one does not. This one is so, so pretty. It is on the pricier side, like I said, because you do have to buy the case separate than the refill. So if you just wanted to get the refill, I mean, I think you could. I think that the case is beautiful, which is why I bought it. You don't need it. You absolutely don't need it. You could just buy the powder itself, but it's definitely worth it. Definitely, definitely worth it. It is my favorite pressed powder. For our bronzer today, I'm going to go in with the Sicily Sun Gel powder and just lightly put on a little bit of bronzer. Honestly, with this foundation, I don't need a lot because I think it's just slightly too deep. But I worry that if I were to get a shade lighter, it would be too light. So I'm going to keep this shade, but I don't know, because look, you can see there on my neck that there is quite a difference between the foundation and my neckline. I'll see how it wears first. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with my Chanel Cream Shadow in shade Scintillance. And then while this is setting down, I'll show you guys the face palettes that I have. So I have 3, and I think that there are only 3, and I have all of them. I bought them like as soon as they were released. They are so, so pretty. And they come with, I think, 2 blushes and a highlighter. So I will show them to you all. I will swatch all 3. So here are the cases. I have the little studs on the front of the case, which I think is super, super cute. And then on the back, you've got that beautiful Christian Louboutin red. And then you open it up, there is a mirror, but then there are the blush and highlighter. So you have 2 blushes on the end, and then in the middle is the highlighter. They have names. I'm not exactly sure what the names are. I'd have to physically remove the palette from the case in order to tell you the name. So that was the black case, and then I also do have a red case, which is red all the way around, but then you've got those studs on the front. Here is the other palette. Again, you've got those two blushes on the end and the highlighter in the middle. And then the last one I just keep in the box that it came in. And then it does come in another little plastic container. And then that is that palette. Now this one is called So Privé. And again, you've got the two blushes and the highlighter. These are all of the blushes. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of them, and then we'll figure out which one I want to use today. So I'm going to start with the one that's not in the case. And again, this is So Privé. And so I'll start with the blush. And then I'll do the other blush. And then the highlighter. This is So Privé is obviously the deepest face palette that they have. And then this one is a little bit more coral. So I'm going to start here with that peach shade. And then you've got this beautiful fuchsia pink. And then there's that highlighter. And I will go in with the last one. And I'll start right here with that pink. And then I will go into, this almost looks like a coral also. Last, I will go in with that highlighter. So those last two are very, very similar. Honestly, they are very, very similar. I don't think you probably need both, but I would say that they are pretty different than that deep one. So I'm going to just take this last one that I picked up, and I'm going to go in with the blushes. I did actually take the brush and mix it between the two, and there is a really, really nice pickup. But look at that color. You guys, these are so, so pretty. And I had these in a drawer where I keep face palettes, so I never think about them. I never use them because they're in a completely separate room of the house. And when I opened up that drawer, because I knew where they were, and I opened up the drawer to find these, I have so many face palettes in that drawer that I have completely forgotten about. I really need to get them out. I need to move them into this room where I'm filming, and I need to start using them. There are so many beautiful, beautiful face palettes that I had in that drawer. Look how beautiful that blush is. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I will go ahead and link my original review that I did up in the cards for you guys. These are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The second I used them, I fell in love with them, and I still love them. I mean, those are gorgeous. Now I'm going to take my Sonia G NO2 Pro and pick up some of that highlighter. Wow, I forgot what a glow you get. So that's definitely a bright glow. I will definitely want to buff that down. I am here for the glow, but I like it to be a little bit more subtle than that. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up this eyeshadow palette, tell you about it. I picked up the palette Very Nudes. Now this is new to his collection. He did have some eyeshadows already out, and I did actually try one of the eyeshadow palettes. I did not like it. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't like it. And I don't remember if it was the shades or the formula. It's been a while since I tried it. I know I didn't like it, and I passed it on to a friend. So I just don't remember what it was, but I couldn't resist this color story, so I did go ahead and pick it up. It is such a beautiful, beautiful neutral palette. I'm going to go ahead and swatch all 6 shades for you. I'm going to start up here in the corner with this matte, and then I'll end down in this corner with that matte. So like I said, this first one is a matte. It is buttery soft, and that is just a beautiful tan. And then in the middle, this is definitely a topper, like a metallic glitter topper. And then you've got another tan matte. Now that first one was more a warm toned matte. This one is a cool toned, kind of like tan matte. And then on the bottom, we've got a little bit of a darker brown. This is more of a shimmer. So that first one was like a glitter topper. This is more of a shimmer. And then we've got a dark chocolate matte. So that is what we are working with. I think it looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I take my Sonia G Classic Crease, and I'm actually going to go into that warm kind of tan shade. Now, if I don't believe these shades have names, there's nothing listed on the box. But if I go on the website and see that there are shade names or descriptions, I will go ahead and put that at the bottom of the screen for you. So that is just a beautiful everyday light tan, kind of like a transition shade, crease shade. Very, very pretty. And then I'm going to go to the bottom row and go to that little bit of a deeper brown. I'm going to start in the outer corner but blend into the crease. The formula is really nice. Really, really nice. I will try and zoom in for you guys so you can see. But that is gorgeous. There's no patchiness whatsoever. It is buttery soft. I'm going to take a Sonia G blender and go down to the deepest of the browns. Now, I think that this brown could actually be a little bit darker, because as I'm placing it here on the outer corner, it's not all that much darker than that medium brown shade. So I'm not really blending it into the crease. I really am keeping it on this outer corner. These are blending so beautifully. Wow, I'm very, very impressed. A Sonia G Builder, and I'm gonna go into this shimmer shade down here to just place on the lower half of the lid. Now, I think that this shade could have been just a little bit lighter. But that said, I think that this color story will work on multiple different skin tones. Now that all the shadow's on, I'm going to take a clean blending brush. This is the Rose and Bin E29. And now I'm just going to blend and diffuse. I will go back in and add just a little bit more product. But first I'm just going to diffuse any harsh lines. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that deeper shade. I once read something, it was like on a makeup bag or something, that said blending is my cardio. And I absolutely love that saying. But what I take away from that is, to get beautiful eye looks, they take a little bit of time, and you really do have to constantly blend. I'm going to take a BK Beauty 207 and I'm going to go into that medium brown right there. I'm going to take it under the eye. So when I go under the eye, I start with the darkest of the shades that I want to use, and then I go in with the lighter. Kind of backwards how I do it on my eye. So I picked up a little bit of that light brown. And now I'm going to pick up some of that shimmer. I'm going to take a Sonia G Soft Shader, and I'm going to go into this glitter topper. Now, glitter toppers are not my favorite. It doesn't matter what brand it is. They're not my favorite. But I do like to try them, and try them for you guys to show you what they look like, because I know some of you do like them. I just don't like them, and that's completely personal preference. I also don't think that they do much. Now, I probably could spray this with some sort of like setting spray, but it is brightening the eye a little bit, So I will say that it does appear to be brightening. There is a little bit of fallout from that glitter shade, so I'm just going to take my Sonia G Smooth Buffer and just kind of buff it and wipe it away. I do not have a Christian Louboutin eyeliner. I'm going to use the Victoria Beckham Satin Cajole in Cocoa. Back to open up the brand new mascara that I picked up to complete this eye look. Here's the eye look before we put on the mascara. I think it looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I am really liking this palette. So now let's go ahead and open up this mascara. Now in the past I have had a Christian Louboutin mascara. I absolutely loved it. And now there is a new one, so I went ahead and picked up this new one. Here is the packaging. It is heavy. It's a heavy mascara. It is extremely luxe. So this mascara is made in Italy, called the Lift Ultima, and it is a curl and high definition mascara. So I'm really excited to try it. There is the wand. This is a thin wand. So these are typically not my favorite wands. I'm gonna be honest, they're not my favorite, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how it works. First, I am going to prime my eyelashes though, like I always do. This is the Chanel Lash Primer. All right, so let's give this mascara a try. Now I will pop up a picture of the other mascara that they have, and that one I did really like. As I have said in other videos, mascara is such a personal thing. This type of wand is not my favorite. So if this little type of wand is something that you would like, I think you would probably really like the mascara. It's just not my favorite. So I would rather buy the other mascara that has the different wand. That said, I will use this, but probably not as much as I should. And especially for what it costs, because this is not a cheap brand and the mascara is definitely not cheap. All right, now to finish off this look, I do have two Christian Louboutin lipsticks. I want to swatch both of them for you and show you just shade-wise. I'm not certain that both of these are still available. Again, I will link them down below if I can find them. They both come in this type of packaging. And then the inside has, again, you know, the standard Christian Louboutin red. So here is the first shade. And I know that it has names, but they're not on here, but there is a number. So it says 015. So there is that lipstick. And then again, the other one comes in very similar packaging. And again, there's no names on it, so I don't know what is what. This one is more of a cool toned nude. I believe it might be shade 710. Now this is my favorite of the two shades. I really like this shade a lot. However, I think this is a more warm toned look, so I am going to use the more warm toned lipstick. So I'm going to go ahead and use a Wayne Goss lip pencil. This is shade Mauve. Here is the lipstick. I think it is beautiful. I really do. The formula is very nice. Now I do think it needs a little bit of a gloss on top because you guys know I love my glosses. And this Chantecaille shade right here, this is Lucky. I think this is a perfect topper shade. All right, that completes today's Sunday morning get ready with me using almost all Christian Louboutin products. Let me know what you guys think. So far, I am absolutely loving this foundation. I really am. I think it looks beautiful. Again, I think the shade is slightly too dark for me, but I think it'll work in the summer. The eyeshadow is absolutely beautiful. I love this nude palette. I really think it is beautiful. The mascara I could probably pass on. If I had to pass on anything, it would definitely be the mascara, and that is, again, personal preference. Let me know down below what you guys think. Are you planning on picking up this foundation? Let me know. I will, like I said, leave a pinned comment down at the bottom letting you guys know how the foundation wore throughout the day. I have no doubts that it's going to wear beautifully throughout the day, but I will definitely let you guys know in a pinned comment. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.